Oh,
And
okay. Now we're in.
there we go. We're live.
What's up?
What's up, Fishing
What up,
Maniacs?
fellas?
Welcome back to another one. Got the boy Nico here, round 2.
Hey.
Tonight we are going to go over the low down, dirty drop, cheesy drop shot. a rig I used to hate, honestly. And then I live in the north and got beat by it multiple times. And going to, I think, honestly, it took me like 3 or 4 tournaments to throw the drop shot, fishing with Hudson Valley. Because we would get back to the boat ramp and I'd throw everything I wanted to throw. And we get back to the boat ramp and I'd get to like Ralph or, or Rich or Colin. Oh, what were you killing them on? Drop shot in the Ned rig, paddle tail. And I'm like, drop shot. And we go to the next tournament. I'm like, oh, what were you catching them on? Drop shot, paddle tail. I'm like,
Yeah.
Yo, what are you catching them on? Ned rig and a paddle tail. I'm like, and then you see Rich. Rich, what are you catching them on? Top water.
Top water, yeah, that bastard.
Like, yo, dude.
Just do it all day.
All day he throws that top water, but
no, yeah. Well, the drop shot. If I was gonna rank what I caught most of my fish on, it was drop shot, jerk bait, and then a paddle tail on like a ball head jig. That was my 3 main baits that got me in the money a couple times this season.
Ball headed jig.
Yeah, like a little Kai-Tech, just swimming a small 2 to 3 inch, or 3.5 inch, paddle tail on a ball head jig.
You go micro, dude. You go small.
Yeah. I mean, I'll throw in regular size too, but yeah, I'll throw when it's like the bite's tough, I'll downsize. I'll throw on a 5 pound. I'll drop shot on 5 pound.
Did you see Ben Milliken's latest video?
Well, no.
He was throwing.
That one we got like a 40-something pound bag, but I didn't get to watch it.
And he was throwing a freaking crappie bait that's like this.
Oh, he was with what's his name? Lee Livesey, right? Or something.
No,
like
that's
that?
the next one. Next one.
Oh, okay.
Another one, but he's throwing like the crappie bait on it.
Yeah. Like it's like the tiniest panorama on like a little like 16-ounce jig head.
It's the clobber minnow. Honestly, I don't even know if I have.
Hey, what up, Bassin with Big Malone? I recognize his name now.
Yeah. Well, that means you've been hanging out.
Give me a follow on Instagram.
We got
so I followed him back.
Early bird special. We got my boy Scott Vermonter checking in at 4:30 this afternoon. Shout out to Scott.
Does he fish Champlain a lot? Is he from Vermont?
He is. Pretty sure he is, yeah. He's one of the guys we're probably going to end up getting up with this time this year. I don't know if you're around for it, but Frank, in and out tonight, said just stopping by to say hello. What up, Frank, if you're listening? Gina, same thing. Shout out to Gina. Let's see, we got my boy Corey, Dave Raleigh. Dave, appreciate you sharing your story with us. God bless you, brother. Love you, dude. Keep fighting the good fight, my man. Trevor, my brother. Let's see, am I missing anybody? Michael Bradley. Oh, whoa. Why is my chat bugging out? What up, Viv? Cuz in the house. My young sir, Charlie. What's up, brother? We got 510 in the building. Nico getting the shout outs.
What's up?
Frogs, yeah. Rich will figure out anything on a spook.
Yeah, dude. Just walk the dog all day. Walk the dog frog, walk the dog spook.
Lindsay
watch the man just catch him and you're like, get out of here.
Fish and Fix. We got the gang out. Thank you guys. Appreciate y'all. I'm caught up.
Nice.
Yeah, there you go.
Ooh. At least you guys are the Northeast crew. I appreciate it. I love fishing the Adirondacks. I haven't really fished Vermont, but right on the other side of shit.
Yeah, I like that we got a nice little Northeast crew. Everybody's feeling what we feeling like. Yeah. I appreciate my subscribers from elsewhere, my maniacs from elsewhere, but you got that nice home connection. Malone, thank you for
Dave's his neighbor. That's great.
That's funny. Malone got me out that package. And got him a little something from his whatnot. My boy made some jigs and stuff.
Nice.
And that's another thing too, Nico. I got custom bait makers helping me beat your butt this year. So
okay, all right, let's see. Bring it.
We'll talk about that next week. And I'm gonna show it to you to your face, and there's nothing you can do about it.
I'm gonna go even small. I'm gonna throw a sabiki rig. Let's see what happens.
All right, let's just get into it, dude. So the drop shot.
Sure.
Where should we start? How do you want to do this?
That's a good question. Well, I don't know. I'll start where I'm comfortable. Like, I guess I'll start in the beginning. Yeah, I was just like you. I didn't know what the hell I was doing with the drop shot. I went to college. It was on the bass team, and he was the captain at the time. He is Caleb Conrad. Actually, I think he does like some like bass events or something like that. I can't think right now. But anyway, his all-time bait was a drop shot. And I was the same thing. Like I throw crankbait, a jerkbait, a jigs, and he would just throw like a 6-inch robo worm. And we would fish from shore on Onondaga Lake. It's one of the smaller finger lakes right in Syracuse, and they had these long jetties, and you would just cast out and pull up stuff along the jetties. There's a lot of gobies and stuff, and dude, he would just get on a flurry where he just like one bass after the other on a drop shot, and I was like, what the hell? And I tried to throw a drop shot, and I could just I never get bit on it. I was just like, what the heck? And then just one day I just like forced myself just to throw it and like figure out how it worked for me. And a big thing for me in the beginning was like, before I got into drop swimming, was just throwing like a 3-inch bait. I would throw those. It was actually Strike King had one. It was like their drop. I forgot what it's called. What was it called? The Striking caffeine flavored.
Caffeine
I can't think of the name of it right now. Yeah, I can't even. I don't know. I haven't fished it in forever because I kind of like changed over times. But I would throw that, and it was like just slowly dragging it. Like for me, my most success for the most part was just catching it on the drag. And every once in a while, I was like, I'd pause it. And for my big thing is dead sticking it. I don't really shake. Like I know other guys are like they're shaking their bait or shaking their rod. Like my thing is just drag and pause, drag and pause, drag and pause, and it's just like sometimes you don't even feel the bite. It's just they're swimming off with it.
Yeah, it's just going. Yep. Or it's just
and eventually I got into like drop swimming, and that's when it really took off for me. When I got into drop swimming specifically, because I would just throw a little paddle tail, and I think of the drop shot is for me, I cast it everywhere. I cast and drag it everywhere. It's not even like I'm specifically throwing a structure. Like I'm power fishing a drop shot. I'm going down in my kayak along the shore and I'm fan casting. I'll throw it to the right.
You
drag it in, cast the head, drag it in, throw to the shore, cast it in, and just throw something finesse, and they just put it in front of their face and they'll just hit it. For me, when I'm throwing drop swim, which is my favorite thing, I like a 18, even 24-inch leader, which some people might be like, holy shit, how long of a leader you're throwing? But like when I'm dragging it, you got to think that the weight is behind a bit. So it's like you got to keep it at a height that they kind of can see it, and you don't want it snagging on the bottom. So I will throw a pretty long leader.
Still rigged up there, man?
Yeah, I'm still rigged up. I was fishing not till everything was frozen. I was fishing still. I was fishing up to December, and then everything froze over, and now I got everything all tangled. So let me untangle this as I'm talking here. But I was gonna show the length of my leader here and stuff.
Yeah, this is what I need to know. This is everything I need to know. This is exactly why I had him on, y'all, so I could beat him at his own game. Though.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not afraid to show my setup because
I'm just messing with you.
Nothing too crazy. I know.
But real talk. We talked about this on the water multiple days, and do something I haven't seen too many other people do. Honestly, I don't think I can say that. I've never seen anyone else fish a drop shot like you do. So why you're here, dude.
Get out here. Get out here. Sorry, I'm like hanging up here. I don't know how it was sitting on my damn.
Dude, we all know.
That's my damn rod holder. I don't even know how that happened.
Line has superpowers. You
I
move
don't know how
one.
I did that.
You just do this, and it's like 16 knots.
It's great. It's just sitting in the rod on the rod holder, the rod stand I got. Sweet Christmas present. It was like hold like 16 rods and then like spins in a circle, and I'm like,
yeah, my dad had one of those. It's pretty sick. Mine are just wrong way. Posted up against the wall here.
Oh my God, sorry people. I'm trying to show you my setup and technical difficulties on my end. Holy shit, how did I do that? That's what happens when you have 5-pound braid. 5-pound fluoro. That's the other thing. I'll throw my two mains is 5 and 7 pound.
Jesus.
And you might be like, why do I like odd numbers? I don't know, because I kind of discovered in my end, it's like I used to throw 4.
Mm-hmm.
I would throw 4 pound, and I love 4 pound. But when you're throwing it around rocks and shit, like the littlest nick, it would just break off. So then I switched to 5 pound, and it's only a pound. It's only a little bit wider, but it just lasts a little bit longer.
Yeah, I feel you.
And then.
So I kind of agree with the odd numbers. I like 15 and 17. I know 15 is a very normal pound, but I really enjoy 15 and 17.
Yeah, because that's like 7 pound. I love 7 pound. Because to me, it has like the limpness of 6. It's not as like not that 8 has like. But when you get into that smaller line, I feel like you could tell the difference between 8 pound and 6 pound, you know, and like 7 has like a.
I'm terrified of anything under 12. I've almost given up.
I've caught in that big smallie I caught that on what you call it? What's the freaking Lilanona? That was on 5 pound. That was on 5 pound on a little hook.
5 pound line, dude.
Bought it right in.
That scares me. I mean, maybe but that's also too. Maybe that's me. My horse.
Yeah. Here's a perfect example. All right. I'm going to show you how long my leader is. This is a perfect example. Ready? This is my bait. We're going. There's my weight. So if you want to get an idea of like how long of a leader I'm doing, like when I'm drop swimming, I'm throwing it out like that. Cause you got to think like you're dragging it along. The longer your leader, the higher up I can get. Like if it's only shorter, it's gonna be, it's gonna be closer to the ground. So this helps keep it off of rocks. It helps keep it off of wood the best I can. And the thing I got really into is I don't do nose hooking. I'm a threader. I love threading it on.
All your drop shot bait.
All of it. Mosquito hook, everything. I thread it on. I haven't found a difference of like, extra bites. You're throwing a little bait.
They're sucking the whole thing in anyway, right?
They sucking the whole thing in. I don't think there's a big difference in action, especially if you're using lighter line. If you use a 5 pound line, they don't give a shit about if it's nose hooked or not. They're gonna eat it if it's the right size. If it's small, 5 pound. This is specifically this is a 3-inch swing impact. It's like look at the size of my pinky. It's and I got big hands by the way.
There you go.
It's a little bait. I love the swing impact. Speaking of baits, this got me like the most in the money the most. This is bait right here. Unlike the fat, like everybody throws that fat. I like the fat, but everybody throws the damn fat. This one has like a more slender and it rolls. So we talk about hover strolling. I feel like when I'm reeling this in, it's doing more of this than like tail kick.
Okay.
And this year they were just crushing it. The hook, I got into this. I learned this from the guy Nishin Lures. I don't know if you heard of Nishin Lures. He's this Japanese dude that lives in Canada.
Yeah,
I think he came up with this hook. His drop shot hook, which is actually very similar to a hover strolling or a hover shot hook, is he does a snell knot. And so with this snell knot, if I can get this close, if you kind of see, it's like at an angle of the hook. I'll grab a hook just so you guys can see. And there we go. Here, I'll grab a bigger hook because I'll throw bigger stuff.
I was going to say, if you grab these.
This is a hover shot hook.
So you know what I'm going to have you do, Nico? You're going to have to be a YouTuber. You got to put your hand behind it.
Oh, right. Yeah.
There you go.
So this is a bigger hook. But this is a hover shot hook.
Okay.
And what I like about it,
It's got that like
as
hook
I'm
up in
holding
the
it,
front.
there's
Yep,
a
there you go.
keeper.
Yep.
So when I'm drop swimming, I like that keeper. And then on this end, it's got that shank.
Yes.
And what I do is I tie a snell around. And what happens is when it's snelled, it'll never turn either way because the line is wrapped around it so many times.
Yeah.
I can grab the hook.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so if you couldn't kind of see, I'm suck at this.
Got you. No, it's all right, dude. It takes
yeah, I always put that snell on, and it stays taut like always. It'll always stay vertical. So I'm not really like readjusting it or whatever. It saves me time.
I don't know how to tie a snell knot.
Oh, it's easy, dude. It really is not that. It's not that like. Let me see.
You don't have to do it right now.
I'd sell it. Yeah, but
I'll get
kind of snell. That's pretty simple. You like wrap it around a bunch of times, and then it makes a loop. Then you put it through the tag in through the loop, and you just pull it tight, and it'll lock up good on that. You know, the elbow of the hook. Like imagine this is the hook. It'll like you wrap it around here, and then you have like a tight.
Okay.
You know, it cinches good. Like
it's not that bad. I never seen that.
But yeah, I like. And what I learned was like there's like guys have that they have like the drop shot hook that's for that. But I discovered like they have all these little hover shot hooks. Like there's ones that get even smaller. Yeah. So for these small baits I'm throwing some pretty small. It's getting into like almost a mosquito size hooks.
I'm getting mine.
Without it being a mosquito hook, but it gets pretty small. For the profile for a drop swim, but like this is like a little, you know, look at this. This is a snell hook. I mean a hover shot hook. It's got a keeper.
Now you got me like.
If you can see it, I hope there's light.
You
can kind of when I flash it in the light, it's got a keeper. It's got the elbow I'm talking about. It's a little hook. So with this hook here, I'll put on a little 2.5 inch.
This guy's got me trying stuff literally like right here.
I'll put a little ass. I know I got him in here. This is really small, but it was getting me bit on.
Yeah, because I guess it.
Oh yeah, here we go. No, that's a 3 inch. No, that's
different.
not the size.
Yo, honestly, I'm doing that.
Dude, it worked. Dude, I'm gonna show you. You need to get bit.
That's gonna save me so many.
You just need a bite.
Dude, look.
This is it right here.
Did your little.
Nico, that's the other one I like throwing. The swim easy, the easy shiner. I take that easy shiner. This is the 2 inch or whatever. 2 inch easy shiner. It's 2 inch easy shiner, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy. See, that's one thing I want to talk about. You go small,
and it gets big bites, man.
Yeah, you go.
It does. Like it's the opposite. Like it's the guys that throwing a big swim bait, a big glide, but like. You put that little freaking thing in front of its face. Like, I mean, now granted, he's not necessarily swimming 50 yards for it or something dumb. Like, I'm not throwing that little, if I had live scope and I was throwing it out, I'm not imagining that I'm going to be turning fish and they're going to swim all the way to that little bait. Yeah. If you're bringing it by him, if you're fishing spots, has fish, it's just structure. Like, they're on my rock pile and you throw that there. That little bait, dude.
Something that's, yeah. Yep.
A lot of times they bite it. It just, for me, that's my experience. It just gets bit. You need a limit. It just gets bit.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
Fishing, you just need a 12-incher to fill up the bag. You throw that little guy.
Where were we at? Where were we at when you? I think that's what like provoked this whole video. Oh my! What's the tough lake that? No, Zor. Is it Zor? Not Zor.
No, it's Zor. Oh, Bantam.
Oh my god.
That day was terrible.
I hate.
Only like 5 of us got a limit.
I hate Bantam.
That was like, it was such a bad day. That and Candlewood, that September day in Candlewood. I got a limit the first day. Yeah. I could have had a limit, but I lost. I had 2 nice smallies that like jumped off. I was so pissed at myself. But that was all on the drop shot. I just fished a drop shot 2 days straight. I got 5 bites each day, and those are the only bites I got. That's how like terrible it was. And
Candlewood's falling off too. I think we're going back for some event this year, but it's not a part of the
No, yeah, it's not a part of the thing. Come on, where's the damn bait?
Honestly, did we get our schedule yet? I don't think so, right?
Okay,
No.
here it is.
Oh no. I
I
gotta shut up. I know a little something.
So this is the 2.5. This is the 2.5. What do you call it? Swing impact and a green pumpkin juice. You throw that color anywhere. Clear water, stained water, doesn't matter. This is what I was throwing on the Hudson, on the Tidal Hudson. This is what I was throwing. This little 2.5-inch murky tidal water. I was throwing this. They were finding it. They were eating it. 5-pound test. Where you think like, what? I gotta throw like a black and blue jig or like a hard thumping chatterbait or like a spinner bait. And I was throwing a drop shot. This little 2.5-inch bait.
That was all they hit. They only hit a drop shot and a popper that day.
Yeah, it was just something crazy.
And then Kyle put a freaking hook through his hand.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm with him. He's like, "Oh, I caught one." I'm like, "Oh, be careful! It's a little one." He just goes, "Oh."
Yeah. And
so
then I was like,
"Dude, what are you gonna do?" And he just yanked it, dude.
Yeah.
He's a trooper.
Rod I like to use. Going into this season, I have a more dedicated, more finessier rod, but I was throwing it on mainly. This is a Levante. It's a $200 rod. It's their shaky head. So I feel like the shaky head rod, it has like a light enough tip to whatchamacallit. It has like a really good action for a drop shot.
The rod has like no butt to it.
Yeah, it's not a crazy butt. It's like, it's how it fits on my arm. It's like it's a 7 foot. It's a 7 foot, but really it fits more like it's like a 6'10" rod. Little juice, if you know, like a lot of people like think of like the whole length of a rod. They look at 7 foot, but like a lot of people don't talk enough about what's called like the effective length, which is the actual length of your rod that you're fishing with. Yeah, it's technically from the reel to the tip of your rod. The same. And so you can have a rod that's 7 foot, but it could have a shorter effective length than a rod that's 6'10", depending on how long the butt is and how long the end of the rod is to where the reel
you're actually using.
Yeah. So this 7 foot, it's 7 foot, but it fishes more like a 6'10" or a 6'8" rod.
Yeah, because if you think about it, I guess this doesn't matter.
Yeah. I mean, for like kind of helps for casting, but really it's like the length of the rod. It's more of a comfort thing.
How far does your seat go down?
It goes down to like almost my elbow. Not quite.
Oh, okay. I guess mine's about the same. I'm bugging.
Yeah. But I like anyway, a shaky head rod makes a pretty good drop shot rod.
What's the weight rating on that?
This one goes to that's a good question actually.
I don't know if you said.
I think it's 1/8 of an ounce to 1/2 ounce.
Okay, so mine's is the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mine's
this is like their like do it all stick. It can do a whole bunch of stuff. You could throw nets.
It's so much fun to catch fish on this stuff.
Yeah.
Rods, it's just.
Yeah. And so this is a medium. I believe, or it might be. Yeah, no, it's a medium. But it fishes more like a medium light, and it's got power behind it. So like, this is actually what I do text posing a lot too.
Yeah,
I'll text pose my drop shot baits.
Yeah.
Even for smallmouth, like I'll do text posing, and this rod's a little more powerful, so I can like yank on them and really get that hook in. But all you really need for drop shot to me is just a medium action, medium light, preferably, and just a rod with like the right, like a light enough tip, and then enough. Like then it kind of like recoils back kind of quick, so like the hook gets in there, and then you kind of want a little bit of a bend in the blank, so like it doesn't like unload too fast. But going into this season, I've already fished with it a bunch, but this is obviously post the end of our kayak season. I got this X Pride because I was like, I'm just gonna get, I like my bougie shit. But I got the light. So this is the light. This is a light action rod. But technically it's more of a medium light. But this is the 7 foot light. And I got that so for more dedicated to throwing, these smaller baits, because I did run into like some of these bigger fish was like that rod was awesome, but for some of the smaller hooks, like the fish were just overpowering it too much. So I got a lighter action rod to throw for the drop shot, and that's why I got this X Pride. I like a 2500 reel size reel. I think a smaller reel, the lighter it is. Like this thing weighs like a solo cup empty. It's ridiculous. And I put this in your hand, Jermaine, you're gonna be like, oh shit, like it's crazy.
Honestly, I don't even go I don't even go crazy on the spinning. That's one area where I need. Like I think I need to go. I'm not gonna go crazy, but I'm gonna spend like I think all my spinning reels are under $100.
Yeah, it makes, in my opinion. So it's funny because like if you're first getting into it, like sure, like you don't really need to get like a crazy bougie spinning rod. Like I've heard guys say, oh, you can save money on the spinning rod, but like in my opinion, that's only dudes that always fish with a bait caster, because any spinning rod has a better drag system than a bait caster.
That's true.
That's where I feel like some guys get that mindset, which is true. But like
people don't understand. You start
getting into a nicer, like this is the Vanford, like the amount of pressure it takes to get this tune, like one click and it's adjusted to like get like the perfect drag going.
Yeah.
Like I'll set my drag to just tight enough that they can take line. Because also, dude, I'm forcing a 5-pound test, so like if it gets too tight, they're obviously gonna break off. Yeah. So I'm real big with playing on my drag. Yeah, I'll get my like line set up. Like, see, that's having getting into a category where your drag is at least just good enough is like big. So that's why I like that Vanford. Which, if you wait till Black Friday, 20% off, you can get it for like. I mean, not everybody has the budget for that, but you'll save. You'll get it for like $199 or whatever. If you save your family's gift cards depending on your birthday is, well, guess what? If you got $50, you can get it for $150.
Yeah.
Like for a Vanford, like. I mean, I know we want to spend like $50 on baits and stuff, but
I don't.
I mean, I save it for my rods.
Yeah, I hear you.
That's what I like to do.
What's up, Daniel in the house? My guy.
We're having we're
talking about something. So Daniel's one of the guys we probably don't know nothing about this. We're talking about drop shotting all night tonight, buddy. You see that Southeast Georgia? It's still warm. He probably had a little bit of this. They
got lots of spots and stuff. I'm sure he's drop shotting in Georgia. Yeah,
he probably. No, he probably has. I'm not going to say that, but
clear water, freaking spots and stuff.
This would have been a good episode to have Brendan back, right? You don't know my old co-host. He was a big bait guy, and I was just a regular bait guy. So we would always joke with each other.
Gotcha. So I kind of went all over the place. Was there any specific questions?
Oh, you're good, dude.
I wasn't even looking at any comments. But
I wonder, you got any
kind of like,
what are some baits that you want to try anything new going into drop shot? Look at that. See, there you go. Year. This is what he said. I drop shot in clear water 70 feet.
Yep.
That's crazy. Because I know, like, I want to try the Mooch Minnow, period. But I want to get the Mooch Minnow. I'm going to do...
You know what I had gotten? I want to fish more of... I have these X zones. These X zones.
Okay.
Those Goby ones, they have that one, and they have, like, a flat one. This one's more of a drop swim.
What I'm going for this year is the neutral buoyancy. Do those have the neutral buoyancy?
I believe so, yeah. I don't think they really float or anything.
Yeah.
There's my little juice bait. This is the bait I caught that almost got in our club, the biggest smallie of the year on. I like throwing like a beaver on my drop shot. And so you guys probably recognize that. That's the OSP beaver. But this, dude, I'll swim that in the smallest size. It has these little tentacles. And this one I'll actually shake because the legs like kick.
Yeah.
And I'll texpose it with like a small hook.
I I got them in a
I'll
bigger size.
I'll text pose this little 3-inch. Oh yeah. But they only got it in like the 4-inch size, I believe. Yeah. This is the 2.5. This is the 3-inch size.
Yeah.
And this 3-inch size, dude. Like you can throw on like Ned or Little J's, but on the drop shot, they freaking go crazy for this little thing.
So you know what I am gonna drop shot this year that I didn't, that I said I was going to last year, is the mini D bomb. Hold on, I just want to see if they have the
mini D bomb. Oh yeah, dude, that's gotta get. The
different sizes.
Got me on,
only in the 4-inch.
Drop shotting. Right. The bait that really got me into drop shotting. This was another one. It's like so. I would say this got me into it, and then this kind of like sold me on it. But right here, Rain's Bubba Ring Shaker. I've been fishing these things. I ice fished with them.
Here we go.
I've Nico rigged with them. But I really like Rain's, and I'll throw. It's like the 3.5-inch Bubba Ring Shaker.
I got some of mine.
Oh, this is their Natural Pro Blue.
Okay. Is that more?
And this thing is also neutrally buoyant, and it's got like a squid smell to it, kinda. And this one's sweet, so I would throw this a lot. And then I finally, this is only a couple years ago, I got into I finally tried those bomb shots for missile baits.
Yes.
And I had the most unbelievable summer fishing for smallies on these bomb shots.
Really?
And,
I'm getting some
dude, and it's funny because this isn't that big. I would text pose this with like a small like cover shot.
Yeah.
Text pose it. Clear water smallies, I would catch them on this freaking this missile baits. I really like obviously green pumpkin. And then they have this, I think it's called like Gobi-ish or something. What's the damn color? There's Fishalicious. Oh yeah, here it is. So I was fishing Skinny Atlas. It's like gin clear Finger Lake. I was catching them on this. This is the what was that color? Oh yeah, Gobi. So this is like the Gobi color. That one's pretty hot. It's got like a little bit of like a watermelon on top and then like a cream color on the bottom. This is like a really good like clear water color, but it's like a little darker. Yeah, and then this one is just pure clear water, sunny, like afternoon sunny, lights getting down, that Fishalicious color or whatever it's called. You know, it's just like your typical bait fish, transparent. But I love these damn these missile baits. I throw these a bunch.
Yeah.
When I'm not drop swimming, I'm probably throwing this.
This is probably one of my favorite colors right here to throw on a drop shot. The Juggle Minnow. So they don't make this color anymore. It's Melon Minnow.
Is that like a lemonade or something?
It's called Melon Minnow. So it's like
looks like a pink lemonade.
It is kind of like, I don't really know, like it doesn't not gonna do the justice because there's like a pink hue to it.
Or like a Gatorade color.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how I'm thinking lemonade, like that pink hue, like a pink lemonade.
I'll show them to you in person, dude. But like, this is my favorite color, and I think I have like 8 of them left. And literally,
I have a JDM fetish.
I literally sent a message to Lee Levacy and was like, "Yo, I'm not that guy. I'll pay for them. Just get me more." He literally answered me back and was like, "I see what I can do." And he just,
What's funny, they say JDM, when I first got Rains, I got these for ice fishing. These are years ago. I didn't even know these were a JDM bait. I was fishing with these. I didn't even know. And then one day I was like, oh. That's like a whole thing.
This color did filthy for me this year. Ed's orange. This is probably my most productive color. Yeah, actually, I have. This is it's still rigged up. It's just like a very natural brownish, like a line of like orange through the middle. But it's like real subtle.
Oh yeah.
Let me see. Oh, here's the mini D bombs. I didn't throw these this year, or the past year, I should say now. But this goes back to your like Like, okay, so Nico, you got hands similar size to me, which is
Yeah,
actually pretty cool.
I have a pack of. I got them actually. I haven't
Mini
fished them
D
yet, but I
bombs.
got that mini D bomb. Yeah,
Those look
I
good.
grabbed a couple because I wanted to put down
And
on like a little
then,
jig, a little
so here's
finesse,
a color,
like a
John
micro jig.
Cruz. I saw him jumping up and down. He was like, here's something different when you do got shad popping around. This color is crazy, dude. This is a fresh pack, too. I think I just opened it. It's called Shad Flash, dude. Look at this. That's like translucent, by the way. So I'm going to like swing it. Because it's like the bottom is like white. So you're seeing the bottom right there. Like that's sideways. So it's translucent. You're seeing the black because it's me.
Yeah.
Like that's on the side. Hoodie. So the bottom's like white. I'll show you these in person too, but these are like. Yeah. There you go. That's a good picture of it right there. It's got like a black line through it, like a purple belly, and then at the top is just nice and translucent, dude. Shad Flash, this color's called. I'm real interested in throwing it. But I don't think I ever tied one on this year. Should have, but I was gonna. Damn, and these joints got the like oil on them too. They juicy as a mug. But I was gonna throw them down in Gunnersville, but it's just the way it was setting up with the grass. It was like impossible. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna give up on this. But yeah, mostly the juggle for me.
Okay.
I'm definitely gonna get into some of those the missile baits.
Yeah, these I love these.
Yeah. Matt Allen.
We're just like classic, not drop swimming anything, like just this, and like I'll drag, I'll pause. Like one time I was fishing, it was actually, let me think, it was the Gobi color. I was fishing on Hemlock Lake in this one of the far western Finger Lakes. It was late October. Water temp was like, it was in the 40s. It had gotten down to like 49. It's just under 50. And I was fishing in like 40, 50 feet of water. And I had a 1/4 ounce drop shot weight on. So I was trying to get it down. I didn't feel like a 3/8 or anything like that.
I think that might be the only thing you didn't really get into is the weight.
Weights, yeah. I like throwing 1/4 and 3/16 a lot. It all depends. Depending how shallow I am, I'll go a little lighter. But for the most part, I'm probably throwing a 1/4 ounce the most. It's kind of like the most universal. Like it gets down deep enough to stuff. If I'm fishing deep, I'm trying to swim quickly, I'll throw a 3/8 ounce weight. And I'll mix it up too. Like if it's really snaggy with like rocks, I'll throw like the teardrop. Like that'll get over the cracks a little more. Like these like pencil ones, kind of, if you stop moving them or even not moving them, like they get wedged a little more and cracks on rocks. But then I'll even throw though. I'll go light. Like I'll throw. Where's that little weight? I got like a little tiny weight.
Tex, I think we all have that problem. He said every year I say I'm going to throw, then I'm like into the same stuff as usual. Probably why I have so much.
I know I got smaller weight here. I got smaller weight somewhere, but like I'll throw like even I have like a 32nd ounce. It's like tiny, but it'll like just that super lightweight. If you can fish it shallow and clear water, like they completely ignore the weight. It's that little bait. But anyway, I was fishing in like 40, 50 foot of water. And I saw like the spaghetti strings. I just had like the Garmin, striker.
Yeah.
And sure enough, I cast out. I dropped down. And they weren't biting it, just me dead sticking it. So I was like, all right, I'll try shaking it. Sure enough, they wanted it on the shake. And it was like, I caught like 8 nice, like 2 to 3 pounder, like smallies in a row. It was just like, and my buddies was like raining. And they're looking at me like they're not catching it. I'm just drop shot. I'm just like, get it down. I was like hooking in another one. They came flying up and jumping. And it was awesome.
It's always fun when some good fish right around your boys.
Yeah, here's like another fun hook. This is that.
How How many
that like
drop shots?
smell like hook, but this is like a weedless one. So you actually like take it like depending how you put your bait on, you can like take this and if you nose hook it, which I'm not too big a fan of, but and you insert it into the head of the bait.
You got to rise it a little bit higher.
Oh, sorry. If you nose hooked it, which I'm not too much a fan of, but imagine you have the head of the bait here. You take this piece and you insert it, and then it stays basically like this.
Oh, it's different.
Yeah. And so it won't, it'll stay pretty weedless. So I'll throw this around like in my lake. It's really weedy. It's shallow. It's mostly a pond. But I'll throw that around pads and coontail and stuff and just like work my way through. And I'll catch fish. Like that's a fun thing I'll do. Like when it's like really matty, and there's a lot of weeds, I'll throw like a super light weight. I'll shorten up my leader a little bit. Like I'll throw like a 12-inch leader. And then with like a lightweight, it won't like get through the coontail, it'll stay above it. And you could like drag your drop shot over the weeds. And sometimes they'll get a little caught, and then you'll like pop it, and then they like just eat your drop shot. And that's like a fun way. Like I don't know how many people are like dragging the drop shot over weeds, but I'll do that.
It's different, dude.
And get bit.
Look, at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Yeah. Corey said he likes the VMC Nico. He'll use it for a wacky a lot.
Yeah, I don't really have like a specific hook. I've fallen in love with, Damn.
I mean, I guess I'm basic, so I'm just gonna stick with the 6 Sense one because that's the one I have so many of because they come in the sack once every like 4 or 5 months, but then it's like that's enough to get me through a year. But I do want to. So me and Nico were talking about this before. So if you look at the thickness of these here, these are the BKK Predator wide gaps.
Yeah.
Look at the difference. Nico put me on. I'm probably gonna power shot with those.
Yeah, it's a thick gauge.
I could probably.
If I had a favorite, it's probably this little. It's this little.
That guy there.
This little itty bitty. It's a hover shot hook, but it works great for an eye fish drop shot.
Okay.
Because like I said, it's got that little. It's got that little keeper. You can see that little wire, like not even wire. It's like a bar. Floor. It's almost like fishing line. Yeah. Keeper. It's basically a mosquito hook, but it's a hover shot. That's probably my favorite. Especially for drop swimming, and then just a simple little mosquito hook. If I can even. I'm so bad at this. Just a little size mosquito hook, Nothing special, but I still will thread like those bomb shots. I will still thread that on there instead of just nose hooking. I will thread it. And I get bit with that.
Favorite place to fish?
Oh, a favorite lake?
Cover or I need more. We need a little more context, Sly. Like, we're talking about favorite place to fish is drop shot, or like.
Because I'll say that right now, I don't have if it's like favorite place to fish a drop shot, it's anywhere. I throw it.
Favorite lake
anywhere.
Okay.
Oh, favorite lake.
There you go.
Damn.
We're going, right?
Where we're going? Oh, well, Cayuga's like, that's.
We're going this spring. Ridiculous. I don't care when.
I know, dude. Late.
I don't care.
Like mid-April. Dude, April. We can go in April.
I don't care anymore. I don't care. I'm going. Like, if I don't care if we got to drive up there and then drive back in the same day. I don't care.
I'm down, dude.
I don't care.
I'm down.
I'm going. I'm not where I'm at right now.
I got a nice.
Life is too short. Things happen, situations happen, life changes like that. If I could jump in my car and I can drive 3.5 hours and be at one of the premier bass fishing spots in the country, I'm going. I've been saying it for the last 2 years, and I've been bullshit. And I'm like, you know what? How often? Like literally, I got a notification on my phone. It said you were on your phone for 7 hours and 28 minutes last week. I averaged a day, I think it was. And I was like, I mean, I work off my phone. Like I literally sit like on Zoom on my phone and make calls and like do things, you know, but like still, I was like, oh my God. What is that?
I'm telling you right now. I'll do this hand. From the weekend from the 12th till the 26th of April. That's like it depends how harsh our winter is. Because if our winter is actually like a winter, they might have to push that back a little bit.
Dude, I'm telling you, I'm pretty sure Corey said will come up, but
will be a magical pre-spawn bite.
Yeah.
It's kind of closer to like pre-spawn, but those fish are gonna be like, dude, it's stupid.
You know, the only thing that's terrible, right?
Stupid.
This year is gonna be terrible for traffic. When you know why, right?
What? Oh, aren't they having like an event there or something like that? No.
Something that happened last summer. Think about it.
Oh, was it because the largemouth bass, the record? Yeah.
So you know, because
it had the 2 state records for a year.
The moment that he caught it in the middle of the summer, literally, like it took me like 10 minutes to think about. Not even.
Yeah, 12.35, I think.
I was reading the article and I'm like, first I was in awe. I'm like, oh my God, wow, that fish was in New York. Oh my God,
yeah,
wow, it's a big ass fish. Damn, what he catching on? Oh my God, oh my God. Wait a minute, he caught it in the middle of the summer, so that means in the spawn it should be.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh man, that's terrible.
Yeah,
it's like
I knew it was funny too
because if I thought of it, every other angler that looked at it, and if you didn't think about it, I just said it, you know it now. Like, you know, everyone just said, okay, so if I go get that fish full of eggs, 10% body weight is what marine biologists say. So what was it, a 12.4?
It was 12.35.
12.35.
12.35, yeah.
Is another pound?
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me if I go catch that same fish on a bed with eggs, I hold the New York State record by a pound?
Yeah.
And that's clearly possible. Yeah. This spring it could happen.
Or a lot of people don't realize, like, a bass will get all its eggs back by, like, the very end of fall. Like, the same eggs it's going to use. So, like, if you get it in, like, late November, it's going to be, like, its biggest from, like, that. From, like, November to, like, before it lays its eggs.
Really?
Spring. Yeah. Yeah. So, like, a lot of people don't realize, like, when they're like feeding in the spring, they're not feeding to make the eggs already made. They're just like bulking up to have the energy to do that thing. But they actually like carry their eggs through the wintertime and then they kind of fatten up. But dude, when they caught, a lot of people don't like the southern guys. I remember because when they were catching all those smallies on that one, what was it, the MLF? Like Cayuga is technically a largemouth lake that has smallies. And then the smallies, it's like a much smaller population, and they kind of went like crazy. But when they caught that state record smallie, that's when I knew like, it was only around out of time until they finally got like the largemouth that had to be in there. And yeah, they got that 12.35, which is just stupid.
I'm going with Bucky Chuck or Buckeye Chuck. Closest thing to Bucky's I got. You know what I mean?
So, Michael Bradley says, "Who's to say that's the biggest bass in there? It's probably not."
Right? That's what I'm saying.
We've had so many mild winters in a row, dude. Like, I think that lake gets like 300 feet deep.
Yeah.
Like, it's a cold lake.
It really is.
And usually it has like, and then usually most years it freezes over. Like, you got to think, like, a lot of times those lakes, it gets cold enough that it freezes over. So
that's nuts.
So we had enough mild winters. There's like ton of perch, ton of forage, ton of gobies, and they kind of just, I feel like they just went crazy. Like people out, they ask like New York, they're like, "Oh wow, what does the DUC do?" They don't do anything.
They don't do anything.
It's
cold winter.
Winter, yeah, but it's just
the pressure down to like
base that's in there is ridiculous.
Like, if you think about it, I know upstate ice fishing is popping, but you got like from regular season to ice fishing, it's got to be like a third. It's got.
What do you mean of the? Oh, what do you mean like that?
Like overall.
Oh, pressure? Yeah,
it's gotta be like a third. Like, because think about it. And I'm not saying that like those people that are out there, those are the same people. It's not like this summer, you're gonna go to one of your spots and there's gonna be a new person there.
Mm-hmm.
There's gonna be a new person on your lake in a kayak, and you're gonna be like, damn, dude, like, no. Ice fishing is more or less like, oh, there go Jim. Oh, there's Fred. There's Bob.
Yeah,
all right, yep. Hey, what's up, player? All right, yep, you back. All right, yep. Good to see you again. Yeah, it's kind of like I feel like those people that's like
there's a thought about the fishermen that like once it like gets below 50, they're like, oh god, I can't be fishing anymore. And it's just like I'm like, okay, I'll still be out there, dude. Only time I'm not out there is when the ice is too thick to cast through, or too thin for me to stand on. That's kind of my motto on that. But yeah, Cayuga, dude. April. And there's a lot of guys that want to get there May. April.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a little bit harder to find them, but you find them.
Dude, we're going. We're going to drive up for a week.
You just got to decide on a weekend.
That's it.
Actually, no, it's got to be 2 weekends because you never know. Like, it might be one weekend that's just going to be completely miserable.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that sucks is the wind.
Yeah.
That wind.
Oh, it's going to rip.
Just make it impossible, But
I just want to go. I just want to do what Greg Blanchard did. And he just went up the dock line and was just
dock line or the bridge, dude. That bridge, man.
He was just fishing up under docks, yanking out 4 or 5 pounders. I can get that for if I can get that on video for 2 trips. I would love that. Or just a nice jerkbait bite, and just catching some nice ones. And there's smallies and largies in there, like.
Yeah.
I love lakes like that, dude. Like quality smallmouth, quality largie. But what's the name? Dude, did you know that the smallmouth record in New York got broken last year too? They broke
it's St. Lawrence, but before the St. Lawrence, the guy went to the same spot and he caught the fish, and it was even bigger than it was when he first caught it.
So
he claims it was like 9 pounds, but they didn't wait around for the DEC to.
Yeah, there was a good point in time where Cayuga held both
state record fish. Yeah.
And then I think it was like the last 2 years they broke it on the St. Lawrence.
Yeah, well, it was this year. It was this year. Well, 2024. We're in 2025 now, but yeah, 2024. Yeah, that kid he broke it. Yeah, on the St. Lawrence. But yeah, it had both state record fish because it's stupid. Dude, yeah, they're like built like watermelons, dude. It's not even like football. They're watermelons.
Dude, I don't even know.
Brown melons and green melons.
Like I would freak out if I caught like a double-digit bass, and I'd be like, "Oh my god!" But can you think about like an 8-9 pound small? I don't even know, dude. Like,
yeah.
The thing about the largemouth is, you would see it and be like, "Oh my god, okay."
Mm-hmm.
Like this lock in, like the smallie, you might not see because he just
does all that stupid stuff.
What the hell? And then he's just gonna do it, and you're gonna be like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, and you're like, "Oh my god, slacking my line because he's coming at me." Shit.
Moment, like smallies, they come up, and you're just like, "Oh man," it's just amazing. So, yeah, I know. I will one day. So honestly, I've accepted the fact that I don't think I'm going to break my PB up New York, and I'm okay with it. I caught an 8.5 pound largemouth, dude. I don't think I'm breaking that.
I was gonna say to digs outdoors, like a lot of the northern states, most of the state record largemouths all come from small bodies of water.
Yeah.
Ponds and all of that. Like you look across like the records, they're all from like ponds and stuff.
Mine came from a
you have like the right ratio of bluegills and like low competition.
I could literally I could walk around the lake in like less and the only reason it would take me that long is because of how like the terrain is probably like 20-30 minutes I could run around.
Yeah.
And like I said, the only reason it would be because it's like a terrain. It's like uphill, downhill, around a corner, and there's like no trail. You got to jump through trees. But I could probably honestly like. I think there's plenty enough people in this chat right now that could literally jog around that lake and like be like, "Oh, dang, that was a good little sweat, but that wasn't bad."
Well, dude, so my brother-in-law, his sister lives up near the state record lake, but like 40 minutes west of it or whatever. Guess how long he caught this largemouth? It was old, as decrepit, and skinny as hell. It was like on its last legs. Guess how long it was?
27.
Okay, what was 27?
Oh, okay.
But this is New York fish.
23 and a half.
Yeah, it was like 23 and like 3/4 inches.
That's crazy.
Almost 25 inches. And it weighed 7 pounds, 10 ounces because it was like emaciated.
Yeah, hold on. Let's see.
Which is like, think about how big for a northern fish, dude. Because I've caught in 21 and a half that weighed like 7 pounds because they're just thick as hell. You know?
So how long did you say it was?
It was 23 and 3/4.
So it should have been closer to 8 pounds.
Yeah.
So,
but the northern fish get like super thick.
So what do you?
Because I've caught in 21s that weigh 6. You know, like that's the average.
What do you think of it? So this right here, I don't know if
think of what that would be in Cayuga.
This is his name is Shan, the aquatic biologist, right? He said this.
Yeah, I follow him on.
Yeah,
we follow each other on Instagram.
Okay. What do you? Because Colin, you know Colin, obviously, duh. Colin hates this. He doesn't believe in it.
Well, it's the average, it's supposed to be anything higher than that weight
is better.
Is good.
Yes, it's good.
If it's below that, it's not good. That's because I've caught in, it gives you a good idea. Because listen, I've caught in 5 pound. I caught a 5 pound smallie that was 20 inches long.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? I've caught in largemouth.
I caught like 4 or 5 pound 18s.
Yeah.
Like, and
I caught in a 7 pounder that was only 22 inches.
Yeah.
So it's not, it shouldn't be 7 pounds if it's. They get
thick
northern fish, because it takes long. Like the fish's length. Like our growing seasons are shorter, so they don't get as long. Like down south, you can have like a 23-inch smallmouth down south's not that rare, and they'll weigh like 4.5 pounds, which is like they're like torpedo shaped and shit. Like same with the largemouth.
Yeah,
northern builds are just like different. They're more like a pocket bully.
Look at this guy. That's there. You know what? We might have to bring out a new award. We're gonna call it the shin kick of the night.
Oh yeah, they're not as fun as an angry like 6 pounder.
I just want one, dude. I just want one.
Yeah, that would be nice. It will probably mean a lot more if you can get a double digit in the north. You know what I mean?
Oh. Yo, let's just, you know what? Let's just do it when we go up to Cayuga.
That would be something.
And honestly, that's like another thing too. I don't think I've ever gotten a good video with you either, dude. I think every time I go out, you catch them and I skunk. So I just get home and I'm like, yep,
maybe I'm just gonna go up without you.
Delete. Nico ain't get no shine. Delete.
Yeah. There's a bunch of times you're like, dude, I ain't catching nothing. I'm like, what do you mean? I got one right now.
It's you and Kyle.
Throwing my little shit.
You and Kyle. It's crazy.
Throwing that little shit.
And then you remember we were at Candlewood, and then I figured it out on the spinnerbait, and then the fish jumped and took my spinnerbait. And that was a shot. That was a shot.
Yeah, that was a big smallie.
That was a good smallie.
And I had fished that damn little sandbar like for a while. Then you come in, you throw a spinnerbait, and I was like, oh shit.
I hooked 2 and lost them both. Good ones.
Yeah.
Good ones.
Yeah.
But we got anything else, brother? It's been about an hour. I'm a little tired.
Yeah. Not that I can think of. I mean, I feel like I said rod. I throw 5, 7 pound fluoro. I do like a long lead. I'll tie up like 50 feet or more of line. So like if I have to retie, it's like, that. My braid is pretty universal. I'll throw like on my lighter setup, I'll throw like 8 pound braid. And then on my other one, I'll throw like 10 or 12 pound braid. I do a FG knot. I like how it comes through the guides. and it like will last like multiple days. As long as you tie it right. I know like if you tie it wrong, but I've done it so many times it doesn't bother me.
Sly said he's been chasing a double digit his whole life. He caught one when he was young.
Dang. 10 pounds 13. See, my biggest is a 7-pound 10 ounce. It was just like I was in high school.
Yeah.
On a Texas rig. On the old Zoom Z2 craw in a maroon color. It was ridiculous. It was I don't even know if it was on a bed, but I was just fishing shallow and just reeling it in, and it's just my rod just went. Wow. It was crazy. Like it violently bit it, and I was like, "What the hell?" And I was reeling it in. I was like, "Holy smokes!" And I never caught a fish as big as that again. I've caught some like 7.1s and some. Most recent one was a 7.3 I caught, but that was going back like 2 years ago now, maybe even 3 years ago on a mag draft.
Sorry, I'm answering a troll.
No, you're good.
Arguing with
Is it Biggie?
No, I was arguing with somebody on social media, and then I love when you go look at their account, and it's just they didn't even take the time to put a thing. It just says following 43, followers 0, and it's the gray blob.
Oh yeah.
So
Kevin Durant.
I talk to a real person, please, and I just put the praying like, like get out of here, stop being a troll.
You started fights with Kevin Durant on.
Yeah, right. I am. I forgot what I actually picked my phone up for now, too. I'm upset. Oh, that's what I picked it up for. Sorry. I was going to look. Favorites. Let me see. That was my PTC.
Oh, it's his. Oh.
Look at that joint.
Oh, yeah.
Long fish. Bank fishing.
Yeah.
Pulling the jig in. Like, burning the jig in. Like, I was done. And I was like, what is that? You're lying. Like this much water, dude. Like, I'm just bringing it in, and I was like, it's submarine behind it, and I'm like, oh, what is? And I just stopped it, and as soon as I stopped, and I was like, nope, and it just almost went nowhere, and I was like, oh my god. Pat was with me, my boy Pat was.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Let me see. I got
When was okay? Here we go. 2021, August 2nd at 8:01 p.m. Yep. Because I'll never forget that. I remember I left work. I want to say I got out of work late, and I was pissed because I was like, damn, I'm going to get only an hour to fish. And I literally told myself, this is when I was like watching Debo and Dizzle heavy, because Debo and Dizzle were on lives all the time at that time. Hour to fish, just go. They always said it. Hour to fish, just go. You never know. You never know what you're going to catch. You never know. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go. And that day I was like, I kind of just committed to YouTubing. I was like, oh, you know what? I only have an hour. I'm only going to bring 2 rods. I'm not going to bring my scale. I'm not going to bring anything with me. I'm bringing a Texas rig and a frog because I just know this lake. I can't really fish anything else. And I went over to it. I walked 10, 15 minutes straight to my spot. Didn't waste no time. Jump out onto my magic rock and just start zipping this frog out into the middle of the lake. And I would just just keep going back and forth, fan casting. Just bombing it as fast as I could. I get it like halfway back to me. And it freaking, oh God, here we go. Zach, get the hell out of here.
I saw that he got dunked on.
Zach cannot dunk. I don't even know if he can tap glass.
Is he even as tall as you?
No. That's my boy, though. That's my best friend. Good, my boy. Anyway, what the hell was I saying? Oh, yeah, I got like halfway back to me, dude. And it sounded like a toilet bowl flushed. When you flush the toilet, I was like, oh! Like I literally like froze and then set the hook.
Yeah.
Boom. I was like, oh my God. And
buddy.
I probably showed this pic so many times, but That's my
Oh
foot.
yeah. Yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah. And then, so like, I just did this for like, I try to get, so from my hip
Yeah,
to about,
you're freaking tall dude, so like
that's what I'm saying. So from
that's a
about
big
my
fish, bro.
hip to about mid to my calf, to like the top of my calf,
Yeah.
the bottom of my calf forming. Because I didn't measure it. I just weighed it. And then
What are you, Jermaine? You're like 6'4"?
I'm 6'5".
6'5", yeah.
And then dude
Okay.
came over because he heard me screaming and was like, "Yo, you want me to weigh it?" I was like, "Yes, please." So he weighed it twice. It went 8.57 and 8.55. I think I got both.
Damn.
Yeah. There's the 5.5.
Show me the weights. Did you get?
No, yeah, but yeah, yeah. And I'm pretty sure they're live photos.
Did you get that fish? Did it get the metal detector? I'm just kidding.
And like nobody could say anything to me because like this one right here, you can see the fish moving, like it's alive. You know, like it's a live photo. I was like, holy! I just remember flipping it up onto the bank, and it just went, doof, and I was like, damn, that sounded a little heavy. And I like, I picked him up a little bit, and I was like, damn, I feel bad. He's on the. And I looked down next to my foot, and I was like, yo! And I like freaked out. And then dude was like, yo, buddy, that sounded big. You want me to bring the scale? And I was like, please. Oh my God. Yo, it was crazy.
That's funny.
That was so
yeah, well, that makes me think of like, oh, well, I was in high school when I caught that 710.
Yeah,
Like
I'm blessed that I get, I'm blessed I was an adult. I was 31. You know?
Oh, dude. Damn, well, I still got time. I'm 30.
Yeah, hey.
I still got time.
Yeah,
That's a date you asked, but
yeah, you still.
I still
Man,
got
you're
time.
younger. So you're younger than me too, dude. You're good.
Yeah. Damn, how old do you think I was?
I don't know. I thought you were about my age. What year were you born? 95 or 94?
94.
Okay, same year as my girl and my little brother.
Yeah. Damn, man, I must be aging bad. You thought I was like.
No.
I'm just kidding. I don't remember how old you were.
No, I'm old. I'm 30. I'm about to be 35 in 33. Where are we at? The 3rd? Today's the 3rd? Yeah, 33 days. Or not even.
Okay.
Because I'm the 6th. It's now 30 days in February. Now it says too much math. I'm done. I'm tapped out. Like, let's call it 30 days. Yeah, 31, 2 days, whatever.
Got you up. Oh, so you're like 07, 08 when you graduated.
Yeah, I graduated 08. Yep.
08, yep. I was in the 8th grade. Just date myself, but.
There we go. Yep. Now we're going to see this is what happens when you bring up the age thing.
Oh, all the old guys, the
Yep.
actual old guys are commenting now.
Sorry, TX.
Children. Well, that's what we do because I'm a forester. So like the average forester is like 65. That's like a young one. So I'm always a baby. Then you're out.
You chilling with
Then I'm like talking to like I was at a work conference, a professional conference, Society of American Foresters. So like you get these college kids, they're like 19. So like I'm like an old dude. And I'm like, I'm old. And then I look at the guy to my right and he's like, gray as hell.
So my only disadvantage here is my knees got 20 years.
Oh no.
Minimum. My doctor told me my knees are like 70.
Dude,
Yeah.
and you still playing basketball?
Yep, I'm probably going tomorrow.
Oh, bro. Wow, that's crazy.
Gotta stay in shape, dude. It's the only.
Oh, look at Charles. He was born in 2009. Dude, that's crazy. What?
And Charlie's a hammer too, dude.
Dude.
That's crazy, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. That's wild.
Shout out. That's why I always say he's a smidge older than my nephew, bro.
That's my young sir. And he's a hammer, dude. My boy can fish
too. I believe it.
That's what I'm saying.
I was in the 9th grade, man. Jesus Christ.
Oh no, I graduated high school already. Yeah, Charlie, this is the
That's the year my sister graduated, 2009.
Are you ready for this? I don't think I've ever been able to say this to anyone else, like in a public setting. Charlie, I'm old enough to be your dad. Can't believe that just happened.
That's wild. Right. That's wild.
That's the first and ever, Charlie. So,
yeah.
Oh my God, that was. It's a tough swallow.
Look at all these. Yeah, look at all these old timers up in the.
Getting old, dude. That's a tough swallow. The Rups. Maddie. Tell Maddie I said what's up. We got to get another giveaway going. Maybe I'll do one. Next time I go solo. Actually, we're not going to be solo here. I don't know. Rich might not want to talk about it, but I hope he does.
Oh, yeah. His time in Florida. Yeah. So, yeah, someone asked how he did.
Yeah, I answered. We'll get with him. I think he'll get right. But you know what's terrible about that, right, Nico? Now he's gonna try and kill us all season.
Oh yeah, I know he's gonna come back with a vengeance.
He's gonna come back and just die.
Yeah, no, I can only hope that like the first event he's still a little sad, you know. You just gotta bring it up. We all just gotta keep bringing it up at the boat ramp.
No. I'm never bringing
I hope it doesn't like fuel a fire, you know. Hopefully, like
he's gonna be like, "Oh, whoops! I'm sorry. Somehow your registration didn't go through for the club for the tournament, and you know you're not a club member, so you can't win this event."
That's so funny.
Oh,
yeah,
goodness.
no, that stinks.
But yeah, all right, y'all. Any last second? Oh,
yeah. If there's any last second questions or something?
Yeah, that's a fact. I'm gonna get I think I can get a 10 before I'm 40. 5 years. Yeah. There she. Carol's lurking in the back.
Not discuss age. Thanks.
Carol's one of my fishing moms. I think she might be my only fishing mom. Carol's my fishing mom. So. But any last minute comments? If not, me and the boy Nico. I think Nico, you got to be up dumb early, right?
Not tomorrow. That's why I was able to
Okay.
I was like, I'm doing this. I was able to make my schedule a little bit.
Yeah, I think
but not like today. This morning I was up early.
That's
why I'm yawning because I was already up early. So it's kind of like, but hey, you know, I'll pass out.
Oh yeah, that's actually I can stay up tonight. I forgot my first appointment's not until like 1 o'clock tomorrow. Well, 2 o'clock because I probably will, as long as that 2 o'clock is there, I won't have to go to 1. But yeah, because it's like
if that keeps up, you'll be able to like fish in the morning before you see a client.
Oh no, dude, and prime example. So
nice.
Okay, so like I said here, pull out my book. I'll look important real quick. So, prime example. So, I have to drive up to Sullivan County on Friday.
Yeah.
Couple. And that's at 11. So,
dude.
Like, if this was regular, and then I don't have anything to do for the rest of the day. So, it's like I could just go up there and just go up there at 11, do my appointment, and then just fish midday until the afternoon. And then I get home at like 6, 7 o'clock.
Dang.
Like a regular person, I just fish for 4 or 5 hours.
Dang. And you just tell your girl you were working that whole time. I put in an 8-hour day. I put in an 8-hour day.
You're working hard.
She don't gotta know. She don't gotta know.
You know?
Why is your kayak wet?
It's always wet. It's a kayak.
I ran into a storm, you know.
Yeah, I drove through a storm. Oh my goodness! Nah, I'll definitely.
Man.
But yeah, I'll just have so much more opportunity, and like I said, like I have to go to Sullivan County for an appointment, which is like I think it's like 45 minutes an hour. But it's like I already looked at a map and I already started looking at lakes, and I'm like, ooh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Or on the swing back, I catch you when you get out of work at what 3, 4 o'clock.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I got that 7 to 3, 7 to 4 life.
You know, so if I have to drive. You know, if I'm already up there,
dude, swing by my lake, dude. Swing by my little lake, Scott. Freaking.
Well, I mean, I have to now.
The one guy asked me, "What's my favorite place to fish?" It's that little 30-acre pond that's got freaking ridiculous fish in there.
I mean, we have to because it's in the tournament schedule now.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't it? I'm pretty sure that's right.
No, not. Well, I'm talking about the lake I live on, the little lake.
Oh, okay.
That thing. But yeah, we got that too. I can drive. I can meet you there too. We could do that.
Okay.
I'm just saying that little lake. I'm telling you, it's
crazy.
When it was like, Nico, where are you catching all these 21 inchers or whatever? It's like that's like the average fish in there.
All right. So I'm coming with the camera.
Yeah. But no, yeah, we got White Lake, Toronto, Superior. I mean, Rio's right there too. But yeah, we had some fun.
All right, my brother. Look, I'll let you get out of here. I'm actually probably gonna play some video games now that I realize I don't have to get up. But
sucker.
So get out of here and
all right. It's good seeing everybody.
Thank you guys for hanging out, Fishing Maniacs, and you guys already know what it is. Till next time.
Yeah.
Deuces. Be good, y'all.